Hi everyone, my name's Adrian. We're about to do a mat work session. We're going to be using a loop band, mini band, whatever you prefer to call it. Medium tension, that is. Health and safety, ensure that you take the safest options. Remember, not all exercises are suited for everyone, so listen out for the options as we go through your session. Most of all, as you know, drink water throughout the session. Are you ready to go? Let's do this. We're going to start on all fours. We're going to take those hands underneath the shoulders, the knees under the hips. Check that those shins are gently pressed into the mat. Elbows are not hyperextended. Head in line with your tail. Take a moment to breathe here. Widen, fill into your rib cage. And exhale. Do that again. Maybe you're just listening into my voice rather than looking at the screen right now. Find a natural curve in your back so we're not tucking or arching. And let's start to gently rock forwards and backwards. Forwards towards the hands and back towards the heels. Mobilizing through your shoulders, your knees, your hips, and bone loading through the shoulders. We love it. And the wrist. Take a circle. And then switch direction, go the other way. Just a great way to warm up this movement. I love it. Great. Coming back to the center, going forwards and backwards. Now move your hands out to the side so the fingers are pointing outwards and go side to side, rocking from side to side. There's a lot of pressure in the wrist here, so if this doesn't feel good for you, you've got any arthritis in the wrists, the big thumb joints, quite common, just ensure you take it easy here. And then come back to the center, and let's find the best quadruped for you. Take an inhale. As you breathe out, gently tuck your tail, round your back, nod your chin in. And then let's go the opposite way if that feels good. And do that again. Round the spine. And release the opposite way. I hope you're breathing out there. Last one. Rounding. And going the opposite way. Come back to neutral. Head is in line with the tail. Reach the opposite arm and leg out. Hold it there. Keep the hips as level as possible. Soft supporting elbow. And bring it in. And extend. Breathe out and lift. Keep it moving. Excellent. Hold it, reach, reach, reach. Bring those arms down and the legs down. Slide it in. Change sides, reach. And then tuck in and away. Breathing out, breathing in. Getting that spine to move. Obviously with osteoporosis, you wouldn't be doing compressed flexion like this, so maybe take out the flexion. One more time. Hold it, bring it down from there. Open those knees, big toes touching, and we're gonna sit back into a shell stretch. So maybe this is not for you, you take your hips up higher. Otherwise, just reach those arms out. Dropping that head down if you can, or keeping the nose just hovered off the floor. Take a breath. Bringing yourself back up, we're going to go into some rotations. I'm going to take my left fingertips to my left temples. I'm going to inhale up, and I'm going to twist round. And again, breathing out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. And that feels pretty good for me today. I taught body conditioning yesterday, so a little bit stiff. So inhale, lift, exhale, twist. This feels good. Breathing. Check on that elbow, especially if you're hypermobile. You don't want to be locking that out. Last one. And then bring yourself back. Wonderful. Sitting back on your heels for a moment, if possible. Now, my knees are still open. I'm going to turn slightly on a diagonal for this. You don't have to. And I want you to place your hands behind your skull. Drop your shoulders down. And then from here, lift yourself up. And then lower yourself down. There's a lot of work in the knees and the quads here. And that's fine. If your neck is hurting, just cross the arms over your chest. We want the butt muscles getting engaged here as well, active. No tucking involved though, so we're not tucking the tailbone underneath us. Maintain that neutral. Shoulders low. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Can we do a couple more? Let's do one more here. Bring yourself up. Fantastic. We're going to arrive on our backs. So I'd like you to ensure you get down the safest possible way for you. Just checking my microphone is on and I'm square in the center of my mat. Hands underneath the knees and roll down or side and onto your back. If you've got any osteoporosis, roll yourself back safely. Scoot yourself to the center of your mat. Find your feet about 6 inches apart and reach the arms long to your sides. Take a breath in. As you exhale, without curling, just lift and lower. Feel your feet into the ground. Try not to arch the back. So I'm keeping neutral as I lift. You'll hear me talking about hypermobility quite a lot. You might not even realize you're hypermobile. So just listen in for the cues as we go. So here, a hypermobile person would arch their back like so. So ensure that you keep a nice and neutral position. Breathing out. So all I'm doing is a hip hinge. This is really good, especially if you've been sat all week or all day. Really good exercise to open your hips. Start to engage your hamstrings and your gluteals. Right, from there, let's go into articulation. So breathing through your nose. As you exhale, peel the spine up to bridge. Hold it there, float the arms behind you. They may touch the floor, they may not. As you exhale, roll down through your spine. Then let your arms follow. Breathe in. Exhale, tuck and roll. Step into both feet. Arms back. Roll down, reach the arms in the opposite direction for a nice bit of oppositional energy. Peel spine up, step into feet, reach the arms back, breathe in, exhale, roll down. Let's do one more after this one, because it just feels great, doesn't it? Breathing in, exhale, peel spine up, reach arms back, rolling down through your spine, bring the arms down. What we're going to do from there is bring one knee in, then the other knee in, and I want you to circle those hips away from each other. I'm hoping the music's not too loud, and let's change direction, go the opposite way. And let's go for a scissor, so hands on the kneecaps and just scissor your legs. Great exercise this. I'm going to be moving into some spinal rotation, so listen up for the options. I'm going to bring my feet down one at a time for the first option. Squeeze the knees together, take the arms out to a T, move your knees away from the screen, come back to the center, and then towards the screen. Progression, we would float the legs up. One at a time, find your tabletop position, squeeze the knees together if you can, arms out, knees move away from the screen, inhale, exhale, come back to the center. To the other side, inhale, exhale. I'd like to add a progression here. So we're going to kick the legs to the side, bend the knees, come on in. So the oblique muscles come into play here because they bring us back to the midline. So we're going to take a long inhale, exhale, return. Feel free to do this with straight legs on the return and then bend the knees in if you want to. But that's only if your spine is happy to do that. You've only got one, look after it. Long inhale and then exhale back to the center. Coming back, bring those knees to the table, put one foot down, then the other foot down. Great. A little bit of hamstring and glute activation now. Stepping into both feet, lift your hips up to the best neutral. Now bring your elbows down towards the ground, point your fingers up. Transfer the weight onto the right leg, anticipate. Now I'm going to be lifting one leg, the left, off the ground. Hold it there, stay. Pause. Now the right arm comes up, opposite arm to leg. We're going to reach away. Pull it in. That's it. Stand strong into your right leg. Get that seat muscle in the hamstring to work. Now lower the hip. Here we go. And lift. Woo. Can you feel that? Just say yes. Pause, bring that foot down, bring the arm down, hands down, roll down through your spine, lift your hips up, anticipate, stand on that left seat, lift the other leg up, elbows into the ground, extend, reach, in, press the right elbow into the ground, stay with me, keep those hips nice and level. Knee to table, let's go. Down and up, down and up. Pause, foot comes down, arms up. Hold it here for a moment. Feel that position. Nice. Bring the arms down. And then roll down through your spine. Give yourself a full body stretch here for a moment. Give a little shake. Isn't that good? Okay, so we're going to bring that right knee up. Any neck pain, any osteoporosis, you will have a pillow behind your head. Everyone else, we're going into a classic exercise here called the single leg stretch. So that left leg comes up. Now the higher you take the leg, the easier. The lower you take the leg, the harder. I'm going to mid-range here. It is a Sunday here today. Hands just under the kneecap, elbows wide, and I lift my chest. Make sure that neck is really easy. I'm looking just in the midline. So when you're ready, here we go. And 10, 10, 9, 9, smile, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Both knees in, head goes down. Turn your head from side to side, a bit of a neck release. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift, double leg stretch. Start classic, down, and bring it in. So that's like your hundreds position, isn't it? Check the abdominal wall is flat. Now extend the arms away. Next level. And then circles. 9 more. Smile. 8. 7. Limbs are moving, body still. Whew. Come on. 4. 3. You can do it. 2. 1. In. Crisscross. Hands behind head. 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, no pulling in the neck, 7, 7, precision, woo, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, take those legs up, turn them out, lower the legs, and lift them, fight, come on, you can do it. Maintain. Check it out, no doming. Let's do a few more. Can we do it? And then bring your knees in. Oh la la. Rock from side to side. Feet down one at a time. Roll to your side, sit yourself up. How we doing? Are you okay? Grab a quick drink of water. We're gonna move on. So I'd like you to keep your resistance band nearby. We're gonna be rolling onto our side. Align yourself with the back of your mat. If you need a pillow for your hip, please grab that now. We're gonna come onto our side. Fold the elbow. Reach the arm out with the palm facing up if you prefer, so make sure your neck is supported. I prefer this way. Bring both knees to table just to start. Check that you're in a nice level position and then extend that top leg out. This space we're going to try and keep the same, but before we do that, we're going to do a little hip hike, which I quite like. So you're going to push that hip away and come back in. So I'm pushing, I'm lengthening the waistline. Can you see? From the top there. And as I do that, I'm creating a little space underneath me. The neck is totally relaxed. I'm breathing. I hope you are too. How are we getting on with this workout today? Maybe it's something totally different to what you normally do. So it's good to try something different. The body gets so used to doing the same stuff. Now keep that leg out, so make sure that space stays the same. I've lengthened and I've also got a gap underneath me, so I should be able to slide my fingers underneath me and just start to lift and lower your leg. Lift and lower. Now with hypermobility, you may need to put a prop under your ankle so that we're not causing any issues in your hip. You need to be very careful with that, please. So if you know you've got extreme hypermobility, place a prop underneath you so that your leg is supported when it lowers down. Inhale, exhale, or breathe out to lift. It's up to you. Continue. How are we getting on? Are you still with me? Point your toes if you wish, the size of a dinner plate. Here we go. I'm just moving up a little. I'm in my way with my weight. We're going to circle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change direction. It's all from up here, yeah? Keep the space still. Bring it in for a moment. Give it a tap. Now this is where we take the band and we place it on our legs. Giving you a little bit of a rest, huh? It goes just above the knees. I'm going to go into side plank and a side leg raise. Send your knees back a little, get your elbow underneath your shoulder. Press the forearm down into the mat itself. If you've got any shoulder pain, this is what I want you to do instead. Just start to get that loading into the shoulder, yeah? Getting used to the exercise. Otherwise, I'd love you to lift up into side plank position. Now press the hips towards me. Nose in line with your breastbone. Now start to lift and lower the top leg. Keep going. Now can you reach that arm up? The underside of the body, big space. I should be able to crawl underneath you. Keep it moving. Feet are connected. Hip, we're all in there. Working that seat. Reach and shine, my friends. If your neck is hurting, look down. Oh yes. We're nearly there. Stay with me. Try not to sit so that bottom glute medius is working. Open your hips. Don't sit back yet. Last one. Come down for a moment. We're going to go into a full side plank. Now keep the band on your legs. I know we can either stagger the legs or have the feet on top of each other. So bring yourself up to plank. Hold it there for me. Stay. Put your hand on your pelvis. Now lower and lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, come on, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down, swivel round. Gorgeous. So I'm going to work back to front this time. We will start with this, then we'll go to the other exercises. Elbow under your shoulder. Level 1, little bit of a movement through the pelvis. Level 2, lift yourself up, press those hips forwards. Check your neck is in line, nose in line with breastbone. Start to lift and lower. Lift the arm up. That's it. You've got to squeeze under your armpit. You've got to keep the shoulder in its home. You've got to lift that bottom hip that little bit higher. Breathing out. Shoulder stabilization. Oblique work as well. Into the glute. Fabulous exercises. Look down if your neck is hurting. Yeah, be safe out there. Are you breathing? 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slight recovery. reset. Stack your feet or stagger your feet. Hold it there for a moment. Put your hand on your pelvis. Here we go. And lift. Woohoo. Come on down. Wonderful. Get rid of the band. We may use it later. Who knows? Reach out. Bend your knees to the table. Doesn't that feel quite nice? Let's extend that leg out. Bottom knee at table. And then start to push away. Come back in. Exhale, inhale. I'm hoping this all recorded. It's always that thing, oh my goodness, I did press record. So we're lengthening out, lengthen. I find it really good because I've got really tight sacroiliac joints in my back, so I find this delicious. And now hold that space, so the hip, the pelvis is stacked on pelvis, yeah? So start to lift and lower. The movements from in the ball, yeah, ball and socket in my pelvis. I'm not shortening my waist here, okay? And the underside is lifted. There should be a bit of light. Can you see a bit of light there, yeah? Try and look straight out. Breathe out as you lift, in as you lower. If you see me pulling funny faces, it's because it's working, my friends. And you've pre-fatigued your hips doing those clamshells. Are we ready? Point the toes, circle back. 8, 7, in your hip, not your foot. Change direction, go the other way, body still, isolate. Smooth circles, breathe. And then bring it in. Ooh. Before we move on, a quick release in your figure 4 stretch position. Come on down, cross the right ankle over the left thigh, and hold on. Give a little rock from side to side. Switch, lift, hold it, rock from side to side. Bring it down, roll over, coming to the all fours position. Hold it here for me. Give me a cat stretch around your back. And release one more time. We're coming into push-ups. So take your hands wider than your mat because I want to do chest, shoulders, and triceps, not just triceps. Send your knees away from you so your hips are forwards of your knees, and if you want to raise your feet or not. Modification, you would stay in. So when you're ready, we're going to lower and lift. The elbows move out on a slight diagonal, so I keep my shoulders in their home. My head stays in line with my ribs, and I grip the floor with my fingertips, creating discs underneath my hands. Come up onto your toes. Please work slow. So we're going to go down, lift the arms, put them down, push yourself up. Down, lift the arms, push. And again. One more. Sit back, come up, upper back stretch, chest stretch, roll. Elbow plank, elbows wide as your shoulders, and step your feet back. Look down, check they're about hip width apart, and then bring your head in line with your spine. Hold it. Try not to tuck or arch. Find a natural position in your back. Hold it here for me. Breathing. Are you still with me? Keep the focus, everybody. Push the heels back. Come up onto full front support. Hold it here. Shoulders are out of the ears Elbows are off lock. Start to bring those knees in. Go. Modifier. Come down and do that. Continue. Come on. Breathe, breathe. We can do it. 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Come down. Sit back on your heels. Stretch out your shoulders. Other side. Take your hands behind you. Stretch your chest. Give it a moment. Hands in front. Just going to turn to the camera a little. This is a very great wrist mobilization exercise. So keep the heels of your hands together as you lower the arms down. Take the arms out. Fingers in, thumbs on top. Radial ulnar deviation. And circles in both directions. So we're coming onto our front. If you cannot lie on your front, you'll be doing this in the all fours position. Okay? Coming on down. Use your hands as a pillow. Your head comes down. Now, I don't want to talk to the floor, so I'm going to talk to you for a moment. We're going to be doing single leg lifts or leg pull on your front. You'll be lifting using your glute rather than your hamstring. Quite often the hamstring kicks in. We want to try and get the glute to activate more so it's not lazy. So bring your heads down. Find a neutral position in the pelvis. So gently press the pubic bone and the hips into the ground. Breathe in to prepare. Exhale, raise one leg and put it down, and then the other. Now, you're at home or your own teacher as well. So you could hold onto your glute and think, is my butt muscle engaging before my hamstring? So you've got to check that out. Get the glute to engage. And breathe out. Now relax your upper body and just think about the glutes activating as we lift. And you reaching that leg away so it's long. Breathe out. Now who can lift both legs together and then put them down? Do that again. I now want you to turn your legs out like Mary Poppins' feet. You can flex or point. I'm going to point my toes. And you're going to beat your heels together like you're clapping those heels. And continue. Now take your hands onto the sides of your body and lift whilst beating. Nod your chin in slightly. So now I'm in back extension or a dart position. Shoulders out of the ears. Breathe. I'm still beating, folks. I haven't stopped. Keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. Hands under shoulders. Push yourself up and then round to go back. Beautiful. How are we going? Bring yourself into a seated position facing me. Copy what I'm doing. So I've nestled my foot on the other foot. This is not a wrist. This is not great if you've got arthritis in your thumb joint. So you could go down onto your forearm, have your knees together, and give me a gentle hip lift. I'm doing a version of a side bend. I want to keep the space quite big here, and I also want to keep the space here quite big. I don't want it to be too close underneath me. The eye of the elbow is not all the way twisted out, so it's twisted towards you for hypermobility. And I'm going to place this arm on top of that one. I'm pressing into the foot I'm wiggling right now. So I'm going to inhale, prepare to be lifting. As we exhale, lift up. And then lift your hips. And then come down. Let's go again. Hold it. Can you put that top foot on the bottom foot? Hold it there. Then come down. Swivel. Hello. How are we doing? Other side. Reset. Check your foot position. Space there. Shoulder in its home. Breathe in. Exhale, lift. One side is always more dominant than the other. How do you feel? Who's shaking? Come up, foot. Hold it. Find the best alignment. Come on, this is your Facebook picture. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. Let's go into mermaid. I like to sit this way. I'm not that flexy, so I find this comfortable for me. We're going to have that hand just in line with the shoulder, this arm out. Take a side bend, and then go the other way. Isn't that lovely? I now want to add a little bit of rotation. So hand out a little more, and we rotate and up. Breathe as you move. Get your neck to rotate as well. Counter stretch, and then bring yourself around. Side 2. Let's go. So you notice I use my arm. I'm not that flexy this way, so I'm like a stick. Breathe. Add the rotation. So nice, sorry. Oh, that feels good. If you can, don't forget to comment and like this. Maybe subscribe, that'd be lovely, that helps me. Let's counter stretch. Take it up and hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now this leg, can you cross it over the other leg? Sit up nice and tall and give your knees a squeeze. This hand, take it behind you, lift and twist. Drop your chin. Ooh, that feels good. And switch. Maybe this is as far as you go. Maybe you want to do more. Turn, drop the chin. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to me. Take the arms in front of you, sit up tall, shoulders down, but say roll. Nod your chin in a little. Take your hands behind you, lift your sternum, shine. Shoulder stretch across the body, look over your shoulder. Open the arms, and then the other side. Drop your shoulder down, look over your shoulder. Back to me, I'll turn to face you. Give your shoulders a circle. And the opposite way. Turn your head one way. Back to me, hello. Other side. To the center. Float the arms up. And down. And that is the end of your session. My name's Adrian, thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please don't forget to share, follow, spread the word. I'd really appreciate that. My name's Adrian Dixon once again. Have a wonderful day wherever you are, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.